Welcome to Bad Food Blog, and today I'm in the mood for it's ribs. Look, British pork and barbecue ribs with a sweet honey glaze. Doesn't it look amazing on the outside of the box? I've got a surprise for you. It never looks that good when you go to cook it. I have cooked these several times, and I have to tell you, at first glance, it's an absolute nightmare of epic proportions. And unfortunately, the thing I want to cook it on is dirty, so I'm washing that up quickly. Whilst I'm doing that, let's talk about how good ribs are. They are wonderful. Even though when you purchase them, most of the weight is the bones. There's a little bit of pork on there, but it is so yummy, yummy, nice pork. Now, the big problem with ribs is that when you cook them yourself, they require 2 stages of cooking. This is the first stage where you make them all nice and tender, and then the second stage where you glaze them. Now, you might want to slow cook them in a barbecue thing like the Americans do, or I believe this one has probably been boiled in the bag in here. You will see what I mean when I open it. So, these typically come like this. So, the ribs have been pre-cooked in this bag and will just fit on this. So then we'll go get some foil. And then we have this lovely barbecue sauce to put on it. And I'm going to follow the instructions as precisely as I can. So, let's have a look at the instructions, shall we? Here we go. Slow cooked pork rib sachet honey glaze. Oven cooked from chilled. If home freezing, defrost thoroughly before cooking. Obviously. Before cooking, remove all packaging from the fork. Place the ribs on a tray. Discard cooking juice. I think that'll probably be gelatin we'll give to the cat again. Place tiny tray in oven. Place in tray in oven for 25 minutes. During cooking, remove from tray, open sachet of sweet glaze sauce and pour over, and then cook for a further 5 minutes. So this goes on during the last 5 minutes of cooking. And this is the barbecue sauce. And other than that, I think we're ready. So, right. First thing first, let's get some tin foil on this. But before I do that, let's put the oven on to the correct temperature, which is 180. That's going to take a while to warm up as well. I maybe should have done that in advance. Right, this is quite a messy cook. So I'm going to double layer the foil. Just because I know the foil, the juices are going to get out of the foil, and I'm going to be pouring barbecue sauce over it. I'm trying to save myself a little washing up. There, now that's good. Right, so next is to remove this from the bag. Let's tilt the camera up a bit, and let's go up a bit. Let's back away a bit from the action so we can see a bit more of what I'm doing here. There we go. Right. Now the cat loves this gelatin pork, so let's get the cat bowl. Wrong shape. This bowl, yeah, this bowl will do. She'll capture all the juices and jelly in that. Now, first things first, let's drain any juice in the bag out. Okay, that wasn't very much. Sort of bodes well for what we're about to do. Now let's get the ribs out. Smell of stuff cooked in a bag always makes me freak out. It just kind of doesn't smell right in some respect, and I don't know why that is. Now, I want to cook them this side up. Definitely. Oh, yeah, let's get that off the shoulder of that meat there. Oh, there we go. Not too bad. And let's get all that jelly out. And I can give it to the cat. Oh, she's going to love that. Cats love the jelly from me. The gelatin that comes from it. And there we go. Right. Okay. Can I squeeze any more out of there for the cat? Oh, a little bit. There we go. That'll go in the bin now. Ah. You'll find the thing your cat likes most about the food you give it is probably the jelly that comes off of it whilst it's cooking. It's usually on the outside of the cat food. Right, we got the bag in, and let's have a close-up look at these ribs. Don't they look amazing? Absolutely beautiful. Properly glazed, everything looks amazing. Got to wait for the oven to heat up to temperature, and I will return to the video when it's time to put it in. Okay, the oven is up to temperature, and we're ready to put the lovely ribs in the oven. They look so yummy. There we go. Alexa, start 25-minute timer.
25 minutes, starting now.
I'm really sorry, do you have an Alexa? I keep forgetting. Welcome back. We are at the 25-minute mark, and it is time to take this out of the oven to see how well it's cooked and to apply liberally the barbecue sauce. So wow, this is what we have so far. I don't know if you can see that, but it looks amazing. So let's carry on with applying the barbecue sauce. It's still sizzling away. Kind of a part of me wants to wait a minute or two just to allow it to stop bubbling so the barbecue sauce will adhere properly, which I don't think I'm going to do, to be honest though. I made a slit in the bag. I already have barbecue sauce all over my fingers now. So where possible, I'm going to apply the barbecue sauce directly to the sort of spine and allow it to merge itself over the rest of it, which appears to be working. The highest point of the ribs, of course, being the barbecue sauce being very cold, the ribs being very hot, so barbecue sauce immediately becoming hot like lava. Tastes wonderful, by the way. Just to make sure the barbecue sauce encapsulates every part of the ribs. There we go. I think we've got basically every part really well covered. I can see some bits there that are lacking still. Oh, this is amazing. You don't get much meat from this, let's be honest, but the meat you get just tastes wonderful. I love these packs. They're some of my favorite comfort food. Look at that. The immense beauty, the glaze, the barbecue sauce everywhere. Look at that, the shininess, everything about it. Alright, back in the oven with you. Right, time to get it out of the oven and eat the yummy stuff. Oh, gotta show you this, guys. It looks amazing. It's just glazed over brilliantly. Those 5 minutes have done it the work. Oh, look at that. Wow. Let's place the ribs on the plate. There we go. All on in one go. And not much sauce to speak of left on the tray. So let's put that out of the way. I guess let's get a knife and fork, and there's this wonderful burnt smell. Let's eat the ribs. Wonder what they're going to taste like. I don't know. You don't kind of eat ribs like this. You kind of cut bits off and start with them. But I'm going to need to leave them to cool down for a minute. Let's talk about the smell. Oh, the sugar's started to caramelize and burn, and it's given off a really nice barbecue flavor. Let's see if they fall apart by just pulling them. Oh, there's a little bit of tension needed. Oh yeah, just comes apart quite nicely. A little bit of tension needed, but it's just a blunt knife. This isn't a sharp knife. Just got to blow on it a bit. Like the burnt ends. Some restaurants you can buy those. Let's just strip the meat off of the bone. Just so I can eat it faster. Very lean. Quite nice. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Let's get the next one. This one's looking even better. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's just falling off the bone. Do you see that? Just so tender. It tastes wonderful. The barbecue sauce is really nice. The ribs are perfectly cooked. They've been slow cooked. The meat is melting in my mouth. I'm getting mess everywhere. I'm absolutely loving it. The sort of non-messy way to eat ribs. There really isn't, is there? You're always going to have to use your fingers at some point. But the fact this is falling to pieces so nicely, look at that. Just falling away. Ah, this is worth every penny. I think it was like £2-3, but still, if you go into a restaurant, this is going to be like £10. It's a whole rack of ribs. It's wonderful. I would be sharing it with everybody else, but nobody else here wants to eat ribs. I asked Max, he didn't want any. I asked our wife, she doesn't like them, or the assistant as I call her. So it's just this. The assistant, because she helps me with the videos. Ooh. Nice and sticky and yummy. Look at that. Wow, just the amount of meat on this one. Look. Oh, look at that. This is so rich and so sweet and so tasty. I've got to imagine the only reason nobody makes rib sandwiches is that they could never get to the point of putting the ribs in the sandwiches because they're too yummy and would be eaten before then. This is definitely good food that's bad for you. It's pork. It's not salted, but is high in sugar with this barbecue sauce on. This barbecue sauce, which I think really makes the ribs taste the best that it could, is one of the things which, unfortunately, is going to add a lot of calories to this meal. It's got to be like 60% sugar, this sauce, but that's what makes it so nice. And it's not like the barbecue sauce you're going to get in a thing of barbecue sauce. It's got a much higher sugar content. It's one of those ribs I'm going to have to attack with my mouth. Would have come off the bone if it had been cooked a tiny bit longer. Everything is a mess. We've just reached the point where I have to give up trying to make things not messy. We have gone beyond that point. Oh, yummy, yummy, little barbecue. I can understand why McDonald's made an entire burger, a McRib, based around this flavour. It is just such an amazing flavour. And the only other company which I think does barbecue as good as McDonald's when they do it is potentially KFC. Some of their barbecue chicken wings are amazing as well. And now the short end of the ribs. There's a lot less meat down here. And the ribs are much smaller. Oh, yummy. Almost finished. Another burnt end. Bit in some places where you buy ribs, you won't get that bit. They'll cut it off and sell it as a starter, oddly. Been to a couple of places that do burnt ends as a starter. It's a nice idea, but it's just taking apart somebody's ribs and reselling it. It's one of the nicest parts of the ribs. When I order ribs, I want barbecue sauce drenched burnt ends. The most caramelized part. Selling somebody part of their own meal as a starter. Appalling. Sticky hands. Well, thanks for watching. I completely destroyed those ribs. They're all gone now. Please like and share the video. And if you're not a member, please think about subscribing. And thanks for watching.